The movie Rize showcases the battle aspects of crumping and clowning and how they are influenced by the communities where the dancers reside. The dancers perform neighborhood experiences through their bodies. You can see what I mean by neighborhood experiences in the beginning of the movie. Rize starts off with spray paint and flashbacks to the 65 and 92 riots in Los Angeles. It then pans through a rundown neighborhood where violence appears to be prevalent. We, the viewer, take this to be present-day LA. The voiceover then claims this community by stating, "This is our neighborhood, this is where we grew up. We were all kids back then, but we managed to rise from the ashes. And this is where we still live." From this, we can infer many of the issues faced by the dancers we are about to meet. Many of the things the performers are battling with are also listed out later in greater detail. Dancers who crump or clown tend to be from the inner city. As shown in the beginning, inner city LA, where both of the dances began, are not the nicest area. There is a very real threat of gangs, drugs, and violence here. There are not as many options for inner city kids. Schools in these areas are typically underfunded and don't have the variety of activities that we, or at least I, grew up with. One of the kids in the video makes mention of this and how the only extracurricular available at his school is sports. And if you don't want to play football, there's nothing to do after school. This leads to downtime and a lack of outlet, which can lead to gang involvement. If you want to stay out of the gangs, you need to find another outlet for your emotions. A common outlet is music, which typically leads to dancing. Thus, they come together to create clowning and crumping. Dancing keeps the kids out of trouble. One kid even talks about how the neighborhood's divided into clowns and gangs. He said if you're a clown, they usually don't leave you alone. In addition to keeping them safe, it also gives them a healthy outlet for their emotions. Being exposed to all of these things, even if you're not directly involved with them, puts strain on a person. As we see through Rize, these kids are dealing with a lot, from family issues to gang violence, and sometimes even death. Dance is their outlet. That being said, the dances tend to be possessing a battle aspect because of how the kids grew up and what they were raised around. Crumping features moves which look violent but actually are harmless. Even the setup of the dances and how everyone forms a circle around the dancers is reminiscent of a real fight. In addition, the clowns and crumpers' competitive dynamic almost resembles gang violence minus the actual violence. Tommy the Clown even created Battle Zone for the crumpers and clowns so that they can go head and head. It is a controlled setting with evenly matched fights. It allows the kids to release anger in a positive way. The kids grew up in areas featured on Rize, may not have the best of everything, but they have dance. One refers to it as the street ball of dance. However, it is just as valid as ballet and other classical forms of dance. This is their outlet for negative emotions and violent tendencies that growing up in a neighborhood such as inner city LA will install. That being said, their dance moves reflect their upbringing. They reflect the violence, gangs, and hardships that surround them. Rize showcases the battle aspect of dancing in the competition between the groups, seemingly violent movements, and street style circle where the dances are performed.